Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. It's episode 272, and I've got 5 print-on-demand niches to share with you to help you increase your sales. Let's get right to it. First, let's look at the top 10 best sellers. I filtered out the protected brands, or at least I tried to. So we've got a lot of cat shirts. It's kind of been a consistent story here. At least 5 of them are cat-related. You got a cat eating ramen. No, you got 2 of them. You've got a cat with stars around them. You've got a cat in a pocket. Actually, I have a friend who loves this shirt. You see this shirt right here? He had this almost exact shirt printed, and he loved it. You've got Pac-Man eating all the planets. You got axolotls of the world. You got kindergarten level begins. Welcome back to school. And then behind me, a baseball shirt. So some back to school, some cats, and some axolotls, looks like. All right, moving on to niche number 1, where I hand pick and curate these niches. Ooh, before we get to niche number 1, I am speaking at Printify's Amplified event. Basically the premier event for anybody that is an aspiring print-on-demand seller or that wants to increase their sales. It's free to join. I'll put my link in the description. Just wanted to let you guys know. I hope you can attend. And you attend virtually. I have to go and fly out to Europe. It's going to be a fun, long flight, but I'm going to do that for y'all. So use the link, sign up. It is free. All right, niche number 1. How about Fragile just dropped my daughter or son off at college? All right, these shirts have been trending. I don't know if this is a new 2025 trend or if it's been trending in years prior, but I've certainly seen a lot more of them selling, I feel like, this year than in years past. So Fragile just dropped my kid off at college. By the way, different ways to go about it. Fragile just dropped my daughter off. Fragile just dropped my son off. Fragile just dropped my kid off. These are all like SEO terms that you can optimize around. It could be Fragile just dropped my twins off. All right, there's a lot of different ways to go about it. The more common ones, of course, are going to be son and daughter, but there's still money to be made if you want to create the design and then optimize the SEO around slightly different ways of approaching it. But this makes a lot of sense with back to school. If you guys have been subscribed, you know I did some videos talking about back to school last month, talking about targeting college age kids, because it seems underserved if you ask me. All right, niche number 2. Lizard. And I'd be lying if I told you that I had any clue what this meme or niche is. It's got like this 3D lizard character on it, and then it just says lizard. So do with that what you will, but I found this in Merch Dominator's newest section, which, if you guys weren't aware, Merch Dominator is a premier research tool for print-on-demand trends. The newest section looks for products that are newly submitted that have already sold. That's how I found these. Look at the BSRs, guys. 115,000, 250,000, 125,000, 160,000, and then 290,000 behind me. So it's selling really well. Definitely double check it. Try to make sure it's not trademarked and all that stuff. Like, I did my best to check, but I mean, it's hard to know everything, right? So I don't know why this is trendy, but there's a whole bunch of brand new designs that were uploaded recently that are already selling well. All right, moving on. Niche number 3. Speaking of already selling well, niche number 3, how about Senior 2026? Now, of course, these have been around for a long time. Most likely, there are plenty of print-on-demand sellers that are already selling Senior 2036 designs, right? But right now, you're seeing an uptick in the demand for these as kids are going back to school or preparing to go back to school. There's also some kind of funny ones. I would not personally be selling these, but you can see they've done the Friends logo, that popular TV show. It says our final chapter, Seniors, season 20, episode 26. I love that. It's actually pretty smart. And then the one behind me here, 12 years later, SpongeBob voice, class of 2026. So I wouldn't be selling those myself because they're too close to protected big brand intellectual property, but it's, you know, easy to see why they are also in demand. SpongeBob still going strong. That's the takeaway. Don't sell SpongeBob, by the way. SpongeBob is being filtered out when I hand select these niches. Niche number 4. Ooh, before we get to niche number 4, join my email list. I'll send you a full print-on-demand course completely free to get you started exactly as I got my business started, and talk about basic business principles as well. If you sign up, it's completely free. Linked below, you'll get my best recommendations. Also, check out my print-on-demand Facebook group linked below as well. A great place to link up and network with other POD sellers. All right, niche number 4, childhood cancer awareness, which begins in the month of September, which, by the way, is going to be here before we know it. Time is flying. It is already August 10th, I believe. Isn't it August 10th today? Yeah. Been a long weekend, by the way. So I just got back late in the day. That's why this episode's getting posted a little bit later than normal. Apologies for that. But childhood cancer awareness, great message there. You can see in the designs a lot of yellow and gold elements, and, you know, the ribbons, of course, for anything that's, you know, cancer awareness. And then there's also plenty of different ways to go about it. I like this one right here too, where it's got a yellow heart and then it's got the ribbon as a silhouette kind of taken out of the heart. I like that. And here's a few more. In September, we wear gold, childhood cancer awareness with the butterflies, more ribbons and butterflies. The Superman style shirt, opening it up with the yellow ribbon. Mom of a warrior. You could do dad of a warrior, brother of a warrior, sister of a warrior, etc. Support squad. That one's always good. All right, moving on. Niche number 5. How about Hispanic Heritage Month? This starts in mid-September and goes through mid-August, but it always sells better than people expect. And again, you don't need to take me at my word. You can actually see, if you research on Amazon, they show you the BSR, the bestseller rank. And that shows you on a relative basis how well the products in that category are selling relative to other products in that category. So in this case, we're looking at t-shirts relative to t-shirts. And while the BSRs right now are not that impressive, 800,000, 1.3 million, 900,000, those are updated throughout the day. So if it sells at like 10 a.m. and then doesn't sell again, well, the BSR drops and then it starts to rise again. So just understand, BSR is constantly being updated. That's why tools like Merch Dominator are so useful, because they go and they check the BSRs. They try to keep the database refreshed and up to date. And then when you search on Merch Dominator, it'll give you all the products in order. So I'll link to Merch Dominator in the description, by the way, in case you want to check it out for your research purposes. All right, moving on to emerging trends. Again, using Merch Dominator, these are looking at products on Amazon Merch that are outperforming their 30-day average. Sorry, no, not 30-day. It's 3 months. It's 90-day. I always get that wrong still. The 3-month average BSR. So their current BSR is outperforming their 90-day BSR, which could be indicative of coming trends. It honestly looks like a bunch of, well, evergreens, or at least pretty widely scattered. A lot of different niches. I got some anti-Trump, I guess, at least one behind me here. You got the 250 years behind me. I guess I'm kind of covering it up, but I think that's like the Army anniversary. Be careful with anything where you tag like Army or Marine Corps, because I'm pretty sure that'll get rejected. I'm just guessing though. So, I mean, again, you got to do your own research. Princess security. So some Halloween stuff popping up. Some religious stuff with the REPENT. Happy first day. So back to school, back to school. Oh, for the custodians there, that's another way to get into back to school. I like that. Anyways, yeah, lots of examples, guys. There's no shortages of examples of products that are in high demand on Amazon, on Etsy. So go out, get out there, do your research. Merch Dominator, by the way, has a way of researching Redbubble as well. So, I mean, there's literally no shortage. And if you're subscribed to my channel, you've seen me use Merch Dominator in a ton of different ways to get inspiration for high demand niches. All right, looking ahead, these are all at least 1 month out. Smaller niches, not on most people's radars. How about September 10th, International TV Dinner Day? September 11th, No News is Good News Day. September 12th, National Video Games Day. September 13th, Uncle Sam Day. And September 14th, International Crab Fest Day. Love that. That's a late, isn't that late in the year for crabs? I don't know. All right, the archive. Here we go. These were all selling well 23 months ago. So we skipped 2024 because it was an election year. We're back in 2023. This is what was selling if you were to fast forward from August to September 10th. That way we can get at least 30 days of a heads up. If you notice anything here behind me, I see some Dot Day. I see some dinosaurs. I see some, guess what, chicken butt, evergreens, and some Halloween is how I would describe this. And then, of course, the pickle shirt. I don't know what happened to that thing, but that used to be real popular. All right, removed designs. These are all removed either by Amazon or by the uploader. So someone had asked last week, the reason why it's not like a super strong signal to necessarily feel like you need to be compelled to act on is that this could have been the uploader, the people who designed it and uploaded it, just deleting them to free up an upload slot to upload something else. But when I see something like this with the Disney font, yeah, I can pretty much guess that Amazon removed that design and probably banned them. So definitely stay away from anything Disney adjacent. And even like the Baby Shark stuff, I'm a little bit, like I would never upload that. All right, guys, thank you for watching till the end. I do have a full print-on-demand course that'll walk you through everything step-by-step, how to sell on Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Walmart. I got to kind of phase that out because there isn't really an integration for that. Redbubble, you know what I mean? Design, research, automation, everything. So check that out, linked below. If you have any questions, either comment or email me. Thank you for watching till the end. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another new video.